Hello, everybody. How you doing today? Today we want to talk about TV. What is on TV today? And the stuff is there gonna be cold and rain in Plymouth, St Heliers, Cardiff, London, Birmingham, Norwich, Hull, Newcastle, Edinburgh, Aberdeen, Stoneway, Glasgow, and Belfast. Stum, Stumway, Stumway. Wow, Stumway, Aberdeen, Edinburgh, Newcastle. Newcastle. Seems quite nice, Newcastle, with a nice, whoa, Wednesday. Gonna be quite rainy Wednesday. And tomorrow in Plymouth, gonna be Wednesday. Gonna be quite rainy and windy. So the temperatures, the wind gonna be 43 per hour. Gonna be a 43, and the temperature's gonna go down to 13 degrees. Oh my gosh, or 60 and 70 across some spots, 70 kilometers an hour, miles an hour. Whoa. Strong winds tomorrow in Cardiff, 22 winds an hour, 17 miles an hour, 13 miles an hour. If you're nearly the coast, gonna be quite water totally crashing into the coast. Marriage, I gonna be bad. Anyways, get ready for the war. The war of what? This is Holly and BBC Free. Click. Some rubbish about click. Music sounds be ahora. So they have Ora, which is the first this morning, Balaka momentarily. It's the fifth time you're listening to that away. So you don't try to something else. Hey, try this. Are we going through the breakup again? A dozen women a break up within and back together the night, screaming kids, especially because young ones. I mean, horrible, a total disaster. Disaster del album is going to live forever. Oh, want to live forever. Oh, the sounds of the BBC. Nowadays, surely some people's laughing, so go laughing. And people are laughing more, and not more laughing. laughing good. And I'm doing magic number 3. So it's 2, laughing more. The Big Show. Seems quite nice, the Big Show. Seems quite funny. Then is some people's doing some instrumental, brass instrumentals, bashing the sea in a nice ship. So that means go in a ship and go travel around the world. So yes, simply the best, Tina Turner. They always rolling, better than anyone, anyone I ever met, anyone I ever met. I used to cut your hair, your hair. I've worn Alan Moy Bullock, 79 years old, Nussbooks, Tennessee. Nutbush, they are sung in church choirs and dream of being on earth. Instead, he became Tina Turner, one of the most successful and best-loved performers of all times. The story is well documented, a tale of triumph and over adversity. Perfect for both the Hollywood biopic and the high balance of the violence, personal tragedy, and illness. I could be in no better place. No better place. You are simply the best. Tina Turner. Simple the best. Tina Turner bringing the tale fans a story of how it all began, and there is a thing herself how. My life changed a thickness, and I moved from America to Switzerland. And retirement setting and things change. She lives in Switzerland. Tina Terrestre in a hotel near the Homs, Switzerland. A new biography called My Love Story. I love the discussion of the early years. It left Tina in trance and first saw his performance, Louis Nightclub in 1958. They went from being one of the Vikings to the relationship with Tina and path of the stardom. Also nearly destroy her till the right man comes along by Tina Turner. The creative partnership that was you and Ike, I mean, how influential was he on and eventually become? Oh, he was a very nice young dude. He organized the dresses for the dances and myself. And not say others than that. He was trying to get me what to write songs, and it was very uncomfortable for me because he was training to write songs, and it should stay like that was quite a while. Quite a while for my best for the clothes and the dancing, but then that gets a little bit old. And then he went out trying to get me to write the song and all of that from all things to do next. Yeah. Actually, the first song was a full love. I written for a male singer last year that was, and singing with the band and all times and say like in the musical. I know the songs, I can sing it. Okay, just do the demo because he has no one to sing it the studio. And when I did, he took it, recorded the songs. He did. Yogi Murray, two records, and he say, well, why not keep it with the girl's voice, the female voice? I thought, and sure, good idea. I'll become Ike, and I think he was how that come about. I fall in love, Ike, and I fell in love, forbidden love. Want to know? Hey, 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 hey. What does it take to understand this man? Sure enough, I know love with, and I tell me, and rarely this leave me a breakdown. Listen, you get a performance out of you. You helpful in that regards. No, I had a scene and I knew he was soon. I was there, and I was. That's how you think. Say it was of life. The singers around and everyone that there was constantly and records always trying to get. He went one day to be apart. I couldn't sing. He couldn't do with the music make the songwriters. So to do a performance to try to perform. He couldn't. Yeah. So now he create you. He created Tina Turner. Yes, yes. You were like his muse. I was his muse. Yeah. It was when he went to New York for. He get the record deal and come back and he says, here's the record. I say, where is Ike and Tina? He says, you're Tina. And I didn't know. You are Anna me, no Anna my, anything. It was totally foreign, and those days you didn't tell back, and then I realized, okay, so I'm Tina, and I had to for the long time I become Tina. Anna Mai, she was called 1961. Oh, well, I keep telling it gonna be work fine, and I can feel it. And a year that debut single is Tina were normally a Grammy Award and the song is gonna be work out fine. Later couldn't have been further from the truth. And then little later you married Ike. Oh yes, tell me about the wedding night because it just unconventional, very. The story was when Ike was young in Mississippi, and he was married a girl, and he never divorced her. Never means about the size. I was afraid that he wouldn't come for the money. If he asked me to marry me, so I wouldn't have to give her money. So I pay her off, and then that was it. And so then I become married. And then what happened is the wedding night, I was really, oh. And that was really bad. When he asked, do you want to marry me? I remember it was answered, yes. So you don't ask. If you don't even ask, you don't ask someone to marry you. In that way, of course, I was a control. He was a control freak. So I knew he didn't want to marry. I just didn't. And then we went to Tijuana. Dustin roads, and it was really bad. And then went into this area. Sure, I found it. It was a lot of dirt, and it wasn't clean. I was raised a different way from how I was. I have to say, I think that he was Mike with another word. It was crook with a day or two at the end of the one day. Everything he did was conniving, and it was different. I thought his wedding was fairly, but I thought someone asked you to marry and you wear the white dress. And this was my wedding, a piece of paper pushed across. And after that, we went to a brothel and watched sex. What? I was really, it didn't even have to result. It was confirmed nothing has changed. So it was still Ike. I was married as far as I was concerned, my thinking. And the same that I was to him, which was, he think already that I no longer care about him. And I was paranoid about me leaving. He was already sensed that I thinking of leaving. Is that the beginning of the end? Oh, the beginning of the violence and the evil he was. It was every day, every moment, and then it was some fun. Someone it was, I don't remember what it was, but I remember where these days they were lighting and nicer, but mostly he just are really always angry with me. He treated me like I was a prisoner and he was the guard. Right. It was terrifying. A prisoner and you in love. Like all in your web. And whispering in the night. I was captured by your spell. And captured with a spell. Oh yes, and touched by the choice emotions. So I fractured the lack of devotion. So July. So you better be good to me. That's how it's gotta be now. God don't have no use for what you loosely call, and you better be good to me. Come on, be good to me. Think it's also right that we don't need to fight. We stand face to face. And you present your case. And you present your cases and not telling me that you love me. So you say, in that book, in 1968, you tried to take your own life. Right. It was terrifying, unhappy, extremely unhappy. Continuously day in, day out. I didn't have a way out. I didn't know that this way out. I threw the door. I didn't come at the time. And yes, and it was really, really, really fed up. And they just took a chance and say, come on, what may I let? I was just really tired of my life and the situation I was with me. If you took what? 10 pills, the doctor for some medicine for something, he say, well, you only take this when you are whatever they was and decide that you are remember a half. And that's pills for Ike's because from time to time he was sick, and then I think I made have some kind of excuse to be able to get, and the medicine I just took the pills. Whoosh. And then and down, and by the time I got to the job, I was. There was a kid that night, yes, right. And then the next thing you knew, I was out. And they were trying to revive me in the car. And I go to the hospital and they say, no, I can't. I'm not getting anything. I was totally unconscious from that many pills. And so they say to Ike, I was what they say. And I said to Ike, well, I'm not getting anything. He say, well, admit told to me, and I don't know how to I say to they say it's getting a response. So I think he was so fed up with that. Like I wouldn't even know his voice, even his unconscious says, I don't know how his voice. But then I brought me back to consciousness. And the next day when I woke up, the nurses something for me that was to get me functional, right? And I sing River Deep, a mountain when I was little girl. And then everything I woke up and turned my head, and there was Psych. My head another way, no way out. And no win situation too, that I didn't know how to live. To live. I lived to go the friend. I didn't have a friend. And actually when I left, I called a lawyer. And a friend also realized the situation. And then he sent money and I flew back to California from Texas, went to his house and so what changed between Tina Turner and 68 when tried to take her alive because he was trapped in his abusive relationship. And Tina Turner, a few years later, he was able to prove he was different in that person. The mind changed, his strength believing in himself. The determination of determinated to away from that because of that was no life. Either die or move or not or whatever it is next. Live there you, but you have to. To believe there is hell whatever it throws at you. Believe that means no money and no place, like no, so asking. And so asking people if you can live within until time comes, you have to confront like basically. Yes. It was dead, but he found out I was determined to live. Don't get the baby, Ike. Pale moon, there's a pale moon in the sky. Can you make your wishes so? Like the light of your eyes, the wonderful maidens upon. It's not there any longer. There's something happened somewhere in the above knows why. But me getting stronger. You must stop pretending it can be life. I don't care who's wrong or right. I don't really want to fight no more. No more too much talking, baby. Let's sleep on it tonight. I don't really want to fight no more. It's time for letting go. Damn it. Yeah, the things it was the getting one into. Yeah, just finding your talent and helps you find your talent. Now use any creeps and slowly but surely control, and there is you go out to that and you not the experience. Person who has seen and heard these things. So yes, the punish you with advice is like not having it. Well, first off, we should have to manage his violence. Well, he's tried to leave a couple of times. He wasn't writing on the book, and the first time I have the experience of whipping with a wire, and then another time it was something else. And I realized, well, you don't go back. The experience of when you leave, don't go back. Music River Deep, Mountain High by Ike by Tina Turner. Someone who has spontaneous problems with Ike before was legendary Phil Spencer, creator of the famous Wall of Sounds. Aware of Ike's controlling behavior, Spector went actually from the recording sessions what will become the most enduring hits Mountain High. River Deep, oh how I love you, baby, 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 baby. I mean, Phil Spector was now no as they could do for you as a producer. Was Tina Turner he find? He wanted me to sing, not deliver. He has to sing in more of a gospel way. And he was a little girl. I have to ragdoll. A melody of that song when I was a little girl. Da, 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 da. The real production of that song. Well, Phil wanted is when to actually audition with Phil, he say. No. Just the melody. And then I thought, oh well, that's easy. Sing anything. Tell me how to sing it. So call me the melody is that what they say to Ike, and Ike don't know himself. So we wanted to me to do is I wasn't that person, so the relationship become worse. With the Phil Spector, the work it worked because I did respectfully. No, I don't know. It was simple, and and the day of the studio when the room come full of the kinds of musicians and work sound. If you get that with the instruments here, all another of the instruments and 4 or 5 full of orchestra, the room was full, and never before you never see flowers. And when the dun 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 chill now, it was another telling me to sing to that. When he was little, ready to sing to that dun 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 dun. I saw exactly what Phil was producing. So you are not just a singer, it's just a contest. Yes, actually, yes. He's just playing. It was totally two different ways to sing it. And I get stronger in each every way. And it gets deeper, baby, let me say. And it gets higher day by day. Day by day. Day by day. I feel a divorce like 1978. Struggled to make his path on releasing the album that fell into the reputation of one. But regular touring, exciting like performing around. He was frequently invited alongside the biggest names of the day. It's you again, come on, for one more. Oh, Hot Legs 1977. Oh, yeah, love the tonight you want. You can love me in the morning, I better got going. I'm talking to you, Hot Legs, you are wearing me out. Hot Legs, make me scream and shout. Hot Legs, are you back at school? I love you, honey. There's Return to the Sharks Games 1983. Thanks to the unlucky interview from the UK. 80 electro band Haven 17, and then band Martin Ware and Stray Mars to sing a version of Temptation song. Ball of Confusion. When the song became a hit in Norway capital, and offered another 70s cover song. And the result was Tina to come back a green classic, Let's Stay Together. Let's stay together. Let's stay together, loving your weather. Tears are good or bad, happy or sad. Let's stay together, weekends interesting dinner, who's that? And around in the 60s, the following single was his album Private Dancer. Are you private dancer? Lee found herself of the best-selling artist and of the biggest star he has never especially popular countries across Europe. What's he got to do? What to do with it? Whoa, what's love but a second-hand emotion? What's love got to do with it? Unisar when the hair with broken. Shark pa. Then in America, because in America a singer R&B is always is what was in America. They saw me as an R&B singer, and that's why River Deep, Mountain High was not pop enough, but the pop of America is not enough to be so easy was the story there. Is why to feel comfortable in America was because everyone living treated me as a star, me not a rock star. Star record, yes, in Britain, Holland, Germany, all over, welcome, open me arms, fill and welcome have worked either areas, but America wasn't open a huge me fears until because hit there, which was private dancer. If you private dancer for money, dancer for money, do what you want me to do. In your private dancer, a dancer for money, and any old music will do. I you private dancer, a private dancer will do. A better suited woman, a rock star was first American the greatest. Yes, so I couldn't find a melody. So is that all? No, I say, I mean, when I received the Golden Eye, Golden Eye, this is for Bones. And I thought he didn't make a proper demo. He just threw the music together and that he was writing the song. And Roger, my manager, said, Tina, that is a song. He told, this is a song. Me was a big break. So he said, it's a little bit rough. What? How to put this together? Together. He was showing me what the melody was. Yeah, and I have to say, I created close what was through. A melody was of that. A melody, not bomb, but was my melody. But give me a guideline, but not enough to sing. It's really hard. So I close myself off. I just move out. It does happen really fine. Golden Eye is part of what's clear. It was no guide, but the verses. He say, I remember when he say I should have known. They know he has should know. They said they no, but he was very, very pleased with. Actually, the song, the outcome of it, it was the audio when the song was being recorded. And that was another feat. That was hard. I know that it was the talent sing a song they put before me. You couldn't make it up. I couldn't make it up. It's a reflection on the water, more than the darkness in the depths. More than seeing surface in every shadow. On the wind I'll feel his breath. Golden Eye, I found his weakness. Golden Shadow, he'll do what I please. He'll do what I please. Golden Eye, no time for sweetness. No time for but a bitter kiss with me bring him to his knees. Peter Kiss, you'll never know I watched you from the shadows as a child. You never know. I will never know how it feels to be the one who left behind, the one who left behind. In the mid-80s, her career was Hollywood, Tina and during Irving Batch, the man who has been department over 30 years. He has nursed her through several illnesses and saved her life. He was 46 and one of the most famous humans in the planet at the time. They met, he was definitely smitten. Level was and his presence in the crowd. Feel his presence in the crowd. It actually happened. I was doing a promotion, and he came to take me to do the promotion in Germany because I was coming from another country, and I just saw him for the first. It was a love at first sight, and I was reaching to do what I was saying to myself. Oh my God, I see someone is that this time. He's young and he's good looking and all that stuff. I'm going in the mind because you all that time what's happening, just working at that time in the moment, right? Another television show, another aeroplane, the job, yes, that's left me. And I remember when I got of my room, I was just like, and something was real about it. It's real just because you are so famous. Do you worry about the other side? You think there's Erwin, the feeling the same thing. the reasons. No, because actually he wasn't ready for a relationship, and I was older. Official, all the records company doesn't allow their people that work for the record company to get involved with the ads. So I didn't know that, but I just thought I was older. And sometimes I realized you are 16 years older. I was 16 years older, yes, but what I didn't think about it, and I thought about it. Oh yes, it's tricking me some kind of way. Yeah, a beauty, a real hang, as they call me. It was special, and then he was interested in me. I yes, a record company executive. He yes, and me and the baby was just getting right, and systems and over love, and systems and of. Blasting on the front seat, radio blasting on the front seat, turning the music fine. You they were snuggled up in the back seat. Making for lost time, making for lost time, making for lost time. Streaming Windows, set of ability. There's Stevie Windows, Stevie Windows. Women from the body heat. Oh, so yes, they're now singing there. You can wine and dine with a man all night with good intent. And there's something about confrontation of back roads. I break down the defense. There's steamy windows, zero visibility, steamy windows. Coming from the body heat. The heat, that's been towards a couple of decades, and you're getting married. Beautiful wedding. Actually, this hotel, and you go back to your Lake Zurich, and then a series of revelations happens. You feel a bit weird of your wedding day, a bit tired, and then all pain with the all having found what it is in my chest. And I think it's a cramp, the same one you get from the fingers and then the toes, and then the muscle, and then you have a stroke. And yes, I was a stroke that come up because, and actually why the stroke was why I don't know why the stroke was. And then I said overdone something, some kind of way. And I went to hospital to find out what is cramping sensation, and I put an MRI, so we call it, on the table, and I said the blood pressure went up. And they say, oh, it's always up, my high blood pressure. And I think that's why it caused it, because afterwards I felt nothing. Then she's trying to check me, saying, I don't see anything. I said, yes. And then in honeymoon, they come back, didn't come back. And they come back and they're going to go to another. And they want those tips, the group's friends, and I walk up, and the Erwin, I can go, I can talk. And I say, and then the doctor he say, bring me in, give me an aspirin. And well, I see, and scared, where are you? Not scared. I wonder why I couldn't talk. Oh, yes, I will be come back something. And immediately they took me in and say, oh, it's a mild stroke on the back of the head, down in the room, and a stroke, whatever, like that. Then left the room. Beep, hit the floor, and whole right side was gone. Oh wow! I thought was have something because I can move, and that was similar to get up, because I learned how to get up. Then you don't and go and holding and hold up and sat in the chair. And I thought, well, until I learn that this is, and I thought, well, until I learn they say, obviously I do. And then I started the therapy. I'm writing with the right hand, and it was gone. All the right side was gone. The whole right side was gone. It's better than the morning. One eye, that went. Oh, and I went to force to myself to work. and I take the left walk. No, like that. Yes, yes. So when I first used all my willpower, I intended to get back like I was. I didn't believe it. I thought I was the ultimate person to fix my thing. How do you do that? I didn't come back. I was mild stroke. I wasn't heavy, and you were 73 at the time. At the time, I didn't affect your singing at all. Well, I have. Obviously, it mean it was your voice still there. No, you don't actually have that. I haven't actually tried to sing any time, but I'm sure I can. Oh yes, it's still there. And I think it's still sing, but it doesn't affect the singing, doesn't it? I will be thought, yes. I will be thought I have to check in, but I never be able to sing. It's going to ask you next. Can you sing? No, I think I can sing. Talking the same as said, I think don't talk quite as said. Right, okay, I spoke quickly. You can send, yes, the handwriting become better. I can walk. Sometimes I feel something on the heart, that side. But noticing the faces a bit fuller on this side. And they were affected mostly because the face became bigger on the handwriting. I corrected all. A little makeup and you don't notice the face. I was supposed to say, yes, it's Tina Tarde. That's fantastic. What should tell you, honestly? But that's the beginning of the story. This was the beginning of the story. So start with this high moment. You are in love with this man. You couldn't believe. You get married. You get back in your early 70s. You go and stop shows. You retire. You want to enjoy yourself. You have a stroke. And then, so when they say only one of your kidneys is functional. So I say, so what's happening? Well, should you maintain you don't do what we recommend, you will probably die. Ooh. So I say, well, it's times I feel like in late 70s. My mother died at 84, my sister died at 74. I thought maybe this way my time. So I say, no. So you can send something. There's a machine downstairs. I say, oh, I'm not living on a machine dialysis. No, we went downstairs, yes, and there was the machine. And realizing that I will have to use this machine, I decide to leave. And I say, oh no, I no living, I no quality of life. They say, no. I will always provide you with a cleanser for the body until they find a kidney for you. Erwin said to the doctors, can I give you something similar to this? I was an aunt, and then he found out he doesn't need 2 kidneys. Come to me and I said, Tina, you don't have 2 kidneys. This decision now, I can give you one of my kidneys. And I say, oh, Erwin, you are young and already older. It's okay. It's just get used to not being there. Oh, no, he didn't want it. So I told him into talking one of his things. So I say, well, no, talking about Erwin, and then I will happen to him because he was still quite young. And I didn't feel I was older. I was already in my 70s. So why I thought taking me kidneys from a young man and finish his life, that's what I felt like. And he said, no, my life is fine. Now it is. I give you one of my kidneys. And the people living on the edge of life. 2 people living on the edge of life. Are people running out of stairs sometimes? Dreams sometimes. Can I hear it when you tell me so? Can I hear it when you tell me so? I can feel it, but I can't let go. I can't let go. 2 people gotta stick together and I love one another, save from the rainy. Some people gotta stay whatever. I give one another shelter on rainy day. 2 people living in the way we do. 2 people living in the way we do. The operation was a success, allowing Tina to focus and enjoy her marriage and her retirement. But after years of stability, 2018 saw her having to deal with her parents' worst nightmare. On July 3rd, her eldest son Grace took his own life. What? At his home in California. He was 59 years old. 2 weeks later, Tina scattered ashes in California coast. Freaking eh? On the California coast. It's very hard to talk about. I still don't know how to look him to the age because I have no idea. So he put him down and said some things that I follow him with loneliness. So it was something with being alone. The introverted person, he was very shy. He said, now when I listen back to our last conversation, I noticed a change on his high there. He said, oh, nobody calls their mother. Whatever he called, few times he told the conversation was different. And I didn't know until after the suicide what it was is different. Oh, there's no high there. I just want to hear your voice and that's love for me. And that's the fact, I thought. Hear your voice? You never say that. I said, love of yours, never. Just always talk about coming to see the musical and singing the book and all the time. Everything was going good for Clay. Every time he called me. But then last I should say the last 2 times that he told to me it was so high there. No. He told me when a voice is up, when his voice is down, the voice backs down and he just relax. In his new apartment. When we were together, everything was so grand. Now that we parted, there's just one sound. I can stand the rain against my window. Bringing back the sweet memories. I can stand the rains. Someone since the epitome of the 50th American waste. Since the 1990s, the whole has been Switzerland. She now is fully fledged and European, giving her American passport 5 years ago to swap into a Swiss one. Wow. So you become a Swiss citizen, relinquishing your American citizenship. And here you are now, 2018, looking back at your old country. An American, what are you seeing? A difference that when I was there, attitude about being there is have lived there for the 50 years of my life, and now I'm moving to another country. That was because of my relationship with Erwin. I had to careful because there's no going on in America now. I'm happy I'm not there because of what is going on. I like the change of my life. So there is how I am. America is still home. It's finished an easy question, Tina. One of your entire canon of songs, which would you pick as the most you enjoy performing? Oh, my songs, because I always cover all songs you ever performed. The one. There's quite a few that I love the Wasn't That because it was accustomed to covering a hair of the Palmer Robert Palmer's Addicted to Love. The life the but you are no home. You roam, I know you roam, and you sweats your body checks. You another kiss him and what it takes. Another kiss it takes. You can eat, you can sleep. And of course, change everything I cover. Of course, I like that one very much. It still moved me when I heard it today. I played a bit faster. I changed some of the lines, but I made on my own. I lifted to love, something I was right about within my song. I lifted to love. What's the naughty edge to it? The lights are on, but everything is just very, very about it. Very time I sang it. Of course, I was faster and faster because the sound at the end it was so tired. It was just time for the climax of the show, and I always enjoyed it. I always enjoyed it. Either you and me, and you're Tina Turner, and you and me both. You know how you say both, and Tina Turner is still on the stage. People still see me as Tina. I will always be Tina for them because they only see me on the stage. They also know my home and my private life. I think even the people of my private life is and mine is quite reclusive. A little bit. Tina Turner's less the short, much less. I think is. You know what is just gone. Just at the age, there's still something happening with a career. Music doesn't sound all as musical that way. I've been really tired of selfish about it myself. I'm proud of what my future start become. I'm proud of that. I hold that in my hand. Tina Turner, thank you very much indeed. Wonderful. You are simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I ever meet. Bet. And it's stuck in your hair, your hair. I hang every word you say. I hang on every word you say. There's a part, no. There's a part, no. Baby, I would rather be dead. I'll be rather be living. Each time you leave me, I start losing control. You are working away with my heart and my soul. I can feel you even when I'm alone. Baby, don't let go. So the Purpura Rain, Purple Rain, a singing the Vacusi, Bapumba. So little la tunda, la pero you're the best. You are the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone, anyone I ever met, anyone in your heart, and stuck in your heart, every word you say. Yes, but no. Wow, that was quite inside of the Tina Turner, you're the best, and stuff like that. Yes, Tina Turner, it was very freaking good. So we were watching over here, Air Force One. So Tina Turner says, "You are the best. You are the best, Mr. President. Harrison Ford. You are the best President, United States of America. Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford." Yeah, Yamarisiki, Harrison Ford. He is escape pod from the United States Air Force One. Escape pod. Oh, my escape pod is falling over. Oh, the president go away. This is Air Force One, but it's the pod deploy. So the president is gone away. So the coming beacon deploying the search and rescue. So the search and rescue of the port and taking the port of the plane of this way. Yes, that's a good. Oh yes, very soon. So yes, so they take the planes flying around from the skies. That was the best film I watched. Air Force One. Then they follow the plane. The plane. Hello, flight lead. We are underscore iceberg clearer. a force established in everyone and working on it. How is that what happens? Well, the president is on the plane, and the people they go to the to the floor, and the army are talking by the phone to the place in the sky. They are going they gone to the landing platform, and it's very incredible. The pilots and the security don't have no pistols to stop the landing, and the co-pilots don't have no pistols, no nothing. Quite interesting. Wow, Harrison movies. Yes, open shell, and I don't know if they have a fucking. Oh, what are you think? Air Force One must have a thing to open the thing, and they're patriots, so they're gonna open the thing. Oh, they put a grenade. Oh, they put a grenade over there. Oh, on the landing pod. So now the criminals are gonna open the door with a grenade. Oh, and they shoot. Oh, back in the air. No, I'm a patriot. No, no, I'm a patriot. I put it down. You can kill it. No, 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 no. I'm a patriot. Forget about it. No. Yeah, they smashed the plane. They smashed the plane down there. So, yes, I'm shooting the Russians and something. Flying off now. Oh, now he's flying the plane. The criminal is flying the plane. Oh, heavens me. Oh, it matters. And now they want to destroy the cap, the skiing. So, the cutting some trees. Oh, the plane is very strong. And, oh, heavens. They have a lot of soil. And they can go into the top. Oh, it's a good movie. Okay, dudes. I speak for like flipping 44 minutes. Have a nice day. Enjoy yourselves. All right. Anything they say? Any nobody chat on the phone? Okay, dudes. Ooh, goolies. Okay. Okay. Oh, my lilies. Okay. Bye, dudes. Just